have Josie here.
Hey.
So, what do you call yourself also?
I call myself SignedJLA. You can find me on Instagram at SignedJLA.
All right. Thank you for coming today. No, it's good to be here for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
It's based on your podcast that you just released. It is your first one.
Yeah, it is.
Tell me a bit about it. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's on her. It should be on your Instagram.
It's on my SoundCloud. It's on my Instagram right now. And it's called the How She Lives podcast. How She Lives came about because I have a creative agency that I'm starting up for creative freelancers.
Right.
And it's called Live to Aspire.
Okay.
So How She Lives is kind of like the behind the scenes of my life. Like, how do I really live? Like, what goes on in my mind? What do I talk about?
Yeah.
And then that first podcast is called What is Love? And then where I break down that and different things about what I think love is. What is love? So love is patient, love is kind, love is not self-seeking, love is all these things that he lists out. Can I say Josie is patient, Josie is kind, Josie is not self-seeking?
Yeah.
If you can't fit your name into all those things, like, you know, you're not ready. And I'm not saying you have to be perfect and you have to fit it in all, but like, have elements at least you're working towards that you, if you see the downfall in that, like, work towards those areas. If you're not patient, you're not kind, why? Like, what triggers you? What really takes you to that place of like being upset or angry or whatever?
Most of the times when you want somebody in somebody else, you have to exhibit it yourself. You have to be able to show yourself. You have to already have that part of you.
Yeah.
Some of the women want a husband, and so they show me their list of all the things that they want.
Yeah.
And my first question to her was, how do you rank in those things? Where do you show up? Where are you weak? You want somebody that's kind, loyal, patient. Patience is a big one.
Yeah.
But yet you're so quick to fire off when something goes wrong. A lot of people want things but don't want to work to come in.
That's true.
Because it's attraction. The law of attraction is very real. And so what you are, you will attract. I know we've heard all the time, opposites attract. Yeah, sure, in like electromagnetics. But when it comes to almost everything else, it's like attracts like.
I agree to a certain extent. Like, I'm not that great with planning, and you're good with planning, then that's like, okay, like, I can help you. Just find out your weaknesses and help the other person in their, like, you bring out the strengths in the other person, and the other person helps you in your weaknesses.
Yeah, so it's like the opposites complement each other.
Yeah, opposites complement each other.
Instant gratification is played such a crippling factor, especially in this day and age.
I also think that a lot of times we want something, but we don't know how to do it, and we're not given the parameters, or we're not taught how to do it for ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're not taught the how to life, how to adult, as they say. How to life. Honestly, we're not. How to character, how to build character.
A lot of things we aren't taught. It's the theory.
Yeah, it's like we're taught the broad spectrum of it. Like, it's almost like we're taught an expectation, but then we're not taught the steps to take to bring that to action. Or like, people want to start businesses, and like, everything that I've learned on my own, like, most of it I've learned on my own while doing it.
Yeah.
You know, like, even with this podcast, I decided on Monday, it was out Tuesday. Did I know how to do a podcast? I just recorded everything on my phone. It sounds pretty good. Like, there's different levels that I want to get to it, and I'll learn as I go. Like, I'm still trying to figure out, like, okay, now the next step is putting it on Google Play and iTunes, and it's like RSS feed and like all this stuff. I'm like, what? Like, you have to learn as you go. And I had a friend once tell me, he's like, you know, Josie, I've gotten paid on certain projects that I didn't even know how to do. But it's the confidence in knowing that you're capable to solve the problem.
Exactly.
And that's
exactly it's confidence. It's any problem we have. Confidence will actually push you through. You can have the skill set, but if you don't have the confidence, you're not going to perform well.
No.
And we're not taught that.
No.
Right? We're not taught. So, I realized that a great confidence skill is having to be qualified to solve the problem. Now, I'm not talking about
feeling qualified, or actually having qualifications?
Actually, I mean, sometimes having the qualification. So, for example, we've been taught a lot of times you have to take a course to be qualified, to be certified. I understand the certification, be a doctor, lawyer, all that stuff.
That's exactly what I say. I say that all the time.
Right?
Yeah,
go ahead. I get that. But when it comes to, like, throwing up a video, doing video editing, I know a guy who helped me with my videos that I'm putting up now. He never did this. Oh, he flies drones,
What?
like, and he's really, really good at it.
Yeah.
But this was just a hobby for him at first. Now he's doing video editing for other people and gets paid for it.
Yeah.
But the qualifying factor that you have to go to school, he didn't take any film courses, he didn't take anything.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of confidence killer is that you have these requirements that you have to meet, that these companies say you have to meet. I get it for the companies, but in real life, when you're trying to go and do your own thing, you just have to have the confidence to be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I find that sometimes the education system kills kids' confidence in themselves. There has to be some checks and balances.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Because when I graduated out of school, I didn't feel like I was confident. I finished university. I knew certain things that most people don't know, but I wasn't confident who I was as a person to be successful.
It's up that. But it kills confidence, but it also kills creativity. What makes a good dancer a good dancer?
Being able to create on the fly, like just choreograph.
Yeah. But I feel like good dancers is all in your face. It's your facial expression of how you express. Because you can be like this, and like you're moving and like you're not passionate. Like it needs to come from the heart. It needs to come from inside. But your face is, I feel like it's almost like 50% of a dance.
It is. And it's funny you should mention that, because what comes to me in confidence is risking. Is you have to be confident to risk everything. You have to go 100% in.
Oh man.
If you don't, it's gonna show.
Yeah, it is.
You can see a dancer who's not going 100% in because they're too worried about what people are going to think about them. Great way to overcome how people think of you or being crippled by that is to be 100% confident in your own skills and abilities to make it happen.
I think there's a few words that are repeating in this. Confidence, creativity, and I think the third one is commitment.
Yeah.
Because if you can commit to yourself and be like, I don't care, like I'm going to do this full out, and I don't care what people think. I'm going to be creative to my fullest potential, and I'm going to commit to the 10 minutes, however amount of time, or even hours, because you have to practice, right?
Yeah.
You'll probably come out, even if it's not the best thing you've ever created, it becomes as a learning lesson, and the easier you can let go of everything, and the faster you'll learn. Right?
Exactly. Risk is such a big thing.
Yeah.
You gotta commit. Here's the thing I realize is if you don't risk, you don't take a risk, you're not gonna go anywhere. I think it was Roosevelt who said, people who are mediocre, the ones who don't take risks, the ones who stay in the middle of the road, are pretty neutral, neither hot nor cold, they never get to feel the agony of defeat, nor taste the glory of victory.
It's true. You're just in this blah place.
So, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
We'll have part two. Part two will be coming. We're actually going to have a podcast out on this.
Yes.
So for those of you who are probably going to be in your car, maybe listening, you can't really watch it, so we'll definitely have something for there. But thank you again. Check it out on Instagram. What's your handle?
It's SignedJLA, SignedJLA, and you can find me there and at SignedJLA.com.
Your website too.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Thank you very much. And
Thanks for having me.
It would be great. See y'all later.
SignedJLA, signing out.